Hello and welcome to this short video from CYP Europe. Today we'll be looking at the IP CS7. So what is the IP CS7? The IP CS7 is the controller for our AV over IP system. It's the brains of the operation, allowing for control of each and every transmitter and receiver, system settings and control. The IP CS7 is easy to use thanks to its intuitive graphical user interface as well as various other control options. During the installation phase, the CS7 is used to configure the complete system. Once the install is complete, the controller can be used for basic video switching through to creating groups of screens, video walls, even subzones within one larger AV over IP system. Let's take a look at how these features have progressed since launch back in 2018. Since launch, the IP CS7 has been easy to use. We've enabled configuration and management of multiple transmitters and receivers from a central web GUI. The system supports point-to-point or unicast and multicast routing, and our drag and drop switching system is easy to use remotely or locally. The system can be used for simple matrix functionality as well as creating video walls and groups of screens. If you have a large selection of transmitters, for example, you can use our Hello feature within the web GUI. The Hello feature will indicate which of your transmitters is currently being spoken to by simply flashing a light on the front of the unit. The controller also shows you the individual information for transmitters and receivers, including the IP address, channel and other very important information. The system supports USB, very handy for keyboard and mouse over longer distance. The IP CS7 also has dual LANs, one LAN for the local network and one LAN for the AV over IP system. Standard control is available through the web GUI or through Telnet, RS232 or IR. By connecting the IP CS7 directly to a touchscreen with HDMI and USB, you can also use the touch functionality, very useful for the drag and drop system. In 2020 we released the Phase 2 version of our IP CS7 firmware at no additional cost. This then included the ability to have a master firmware update. Rather than updating units individually, you could upload one master file to update all firmware in one go. The system then also introduced our multi-zone or user system. By creating user logins, you can subdivide one larger AV over IP system into smaller zones. If you log in Zone 3, for example, you may only have access to certain transmitters and receivers, and certain settings may be disabled for the end user. We also introduced the sorting feature for our transmitters and receivers. If certain transmitters or receivers are commonly used, they can be sorted to appear at the top of the web GUI display. We also introduced our free routing system. AV over IP systems like this transmit video, audio, USB, IR and RS232 as 5 separate streams. With our free routing system, you can fix any of those 5 streams from a specific TX to a specific RX. To show our commitment to our AV over IP system, we're currently developing a Phase 3 version of this firmware, due for release later in 2021. Some of the key features will be the ability to generate RS232 commands from the controller. Another feature will be the ability to reset or reboot individual transmitters or receivers if you need to do so. And one of the best features we're excited about is the ability to have advanced scheduling functionality built into the CS7 controller. The current phase of the IP CS7 is already allowing for versatile AV over IP systems in environments such as sports bars and leisure facilities, veterinary and medical institutions, commercial applications like meeting rooms, even through to military establishments. As well as already being a well thought out and easy to use controller for our AV over IP system, you can see how we're forward thinking in terms of future updates. The hardware and software have been designed with those updates in mind, allowing us to maximise the potential of a 1 gig AV over IP network. These upgrades are released free of charge, allowing our customers to upgrade their systems without the need to replace hardware every time we add new functionality. I hope this look at our IP CS7 controller has been helpful. For any more information, please visit our website at www.cypeurope.com.